A satellite is moving with a constant speed v in a circular orbit around the Earth. An object of mass m is ejected from the satellite such that it just escapes from the gravitational pull of the Earth. At the time of ejection, the kinetic energy of the object is what? So herein we have drawn the diagram of Earth, and at a distance r from the center of the Earth, a satellite is revolving around the Earth. And there is this small mass m that was also revolving with the satellite, and it is thrown in an arbitrary direction. This direction is not specified, so it can be thrown in any particular direction. We will see that that does not matter because energy happens to be a scalar quantity. So this mass is thrown, let us say, with certain amount of energy. So that energy has to be considered to be kinetic energy over here. With a certain amount of energy, it is projected and it goes to infinity, which means a very far distance away from the Earth. Now herein, one important thing to realize is the fact that this satellite has negligible mass compared to the mass of the Earth. So only the interaction between this small mass m and the Earth is to be taken into account. Now this small mass m is also moving with an orbital velocity Vo equal to under root of g m upon r. So this is the orbital velocity of the small mass m. Okay, so this small mass m also has a potential energy. That potential energy is Pe is equal to minus g mass of Earth into that small mass divided by r. And because of its orbital motion, the kinetic energy that it has can be given as Ke is equal to half m Vo square. Okay. Now if we add the two terms together, then we get the total energy. Total energy is kinetic energy plus potential energy. So kinetic energy plus potential energy is going to give us, I am skipping a step over here because we know the value of Vo, so we can directly substitute that and we get this value minus G Me m upon r. Okay, 2r to be exact, we get this value minus g mem upon 2r. Okay, so the student of physics can substitute this value of kinetic energy over here and this value of potential energy over here. In kinetic energy, this velocity needs to be substituted. We'll get the expression for the total energy to be minus g mem upon 2r. Now we have to give a certain velocity v to this particular mass such that it escapes to infinity. Now when it escapes to infinity, its potential energy is going to be 0 because potential energy at infinity will be given by potential energy is equal to minus g mass of the Earth mass of satellite divided by r. Now at infinity, r becomes infinity, so potential energy becomes 0. Now herein it is where that this word just comes into picture. So this word just is given, that means that it just reaches infinity. So let me conceptually draw infinity at a rightmost point on the board. So let us say this is infinity, then its kinetic energy just becomes 0 at infinity. So kinetic energy is also 0. So the net energy at infinity is 0. Initially it's having this much amount of energy. So we can see that the initial energy is negative because the mass is bound to the orbit of the Earth. So we need to give that much amount of positive energy in order for the energy to become 0. So total energy in the initial case plus energy imparted, this energy imparted, okay, has to be found out. That is the kinetic energy of the object at the time of ejection. Okay, the kinetic energy of the object is what? So this energy imparted has to be found out. Now this is going to give us the total energy, which at infinity is 0 plus 0. Okay, so minus g me m upon 2r will be equal to minus e imparted. So if we just convert this into a positive quantity, E imparted is going to be EI. So EI is going to be equal to GMEM upon 2R. Now we know that under root GME upon R happens to be VO. So EI is going to be VO square into M upon 2. This is seen over here. VO square into m upon 2. So if we write this down, this is VO square into m upon 2. Alright, so this is the energy given to the object. Now, actually speaking, the object already also had an energy equal to half m VO square. This energy was already also present with the object as the kinetic energy. Now new kinetic energy that is given to the object is this, the total kinetic energy of the object. Okay, see, they have asked at the time of ejection what is the kinetic energy of the object. So the energy imparted happens to be this. However, the total kinetic energy of the object, since energy imparted, they have not asked the energy imparted at the time of ejection, which I earlier assumed they had asked, but actually they have not asked that. They have asked us the total kinetic energy. That means it makes sense to add the two. I can see that both options are present, half mv square and mv square. Since both options are present, we have to read the question carefully. They have asked at the time of ejection what is the kinetic energy of the object. They have not asked what is the energy of ejection basically, or energy imparted during ejection. If energy imparted during ejection were asked, then only this much would be the answer. Since they have asked us the total kinetic energy, we'll have to add the two kinetic energies together. These two energies will be added together to yield a net kinetic energy result. So net kinetic energy is going to be equal to half mv square plus half mv square. That is going to be equal to mv naught square. That's it. V naught being the orbital velocity which they have given to be v over here. So the answer, the most correct answer to this question is going to be B.